Beautiful divine beings. I would just like to say, I share these videos. I am never, ever looking for someone's opinion. Okay, and if you watch my videos, you know exactly how I feel about opinions. Because opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one. I don't need to see everybody's. I don't ask for anybody's, okay? Opinion is the lowest form of intelligence because it takes no knowledge or whatever, and it comes from your own perceptions. Okay? Your education, whatever that is. All right? And anybody, when we're sharing videos and stuff like that, although people take that as, oh, this gives me permission to say whatever I want to say to people, it is not. It's still none of your business. Seriously. I share because this is what I'm growing through. And I know I'm not the only one. And it's an example. I share as an example that we can feel those feelings. It's when we deny those feelings that they're not there. When we deny those human thoughts that go through our brains, because they will. We're going to feel bitterness. We're going to feel that. It's up to us what we do to transform that. And I've been working on that a lot. Scrutinized and held under thumbs and everything. What are you doing? Okay, my brain doesn't work the same way as most. Or it's the most out there. Neurodiversities. And, yeah. I don't share everything here. Maybe one day I'll write a book, and then maybe, for those out there confused about my life, it might clear some things up. Or maybe it won't. But what does that matter? Again, I share as an example. Okay, I've taken the psychology and all of that. This has been my special interest. So it's putting it out there. It's part of my healing journey and hopefully helping others with theirs as well. But these are life lessons that we're all going to go through. And this is about, and when I say, what does that say to you? I'm talking about in your own life. Not what does this say to you about my life? Okay, when I say that in my videos, it's like, what does that all say to you? It's about what's coming through for you in your life. If you're recognizing something, or you're thinking, I've been through that too, okay, yeah, well, I can relate to that. Well, somebody else has gone through that. This is not to, but we don't know what's best for anybody else. I mean, even if we've gone through the same things, we're different human beings. We're going to experience that differently. We can have the same human emotions. We'll experience those differently. We could be looking at the same elephant. Somebody looking at the tail, somebody looking at the trunk, and we could argue. This is what it looks like. This is what an elephant looks like. No, this is what an elephant looks like. Hey, no, it's a toad. Whatever. But it's the same thing. Begin Within is about looking inside. Looking inside. Doing your inner work and not judging other people. And if you find yourself judging other people, look within, even deeper. What's that saying about you and your life? Okay? All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. All righty then. Excuse me, all right? I've just, you have to have those boundaries. We have to have boundaries, you know? And especially in this online world, people get much nastier, more judgmental, and think that they have a right. Right? Just because somebody puts out there, hey, there's lots of people that are doing a watch and whack. Does that make it okay? Oh, somebody put out a video. It's okay for me to do that because they put that video out there. I don't know. What is that for you? Okay? That's enough. That's enough. Thank you. Beautiful divine beings. Again, right? Just look within. What is that saying to you? I know. And I'm going to be doing some soul searching here too to go, okay. For something, it's just a repetitive. It's just been compiling on top of things that I'm already dealing with in my whole life. Be reasonable. Explain yourself. And poof, that's enough. That's enough. I lied and said I was busy. I was busy, but not in a way most people understand. I was busy taking deeper breaths. I was busy silencing irrational thoughts. I was busy calming a racing heart. I was busy telling myself, I am okay. It's okay to take time for yourself every day. It's necessary. What is your favorite way to practice self-care on a regular basis? And why is it your favorite? I love to sing and dance and move around. That's a 43. That's a 7. Here we go. We're getting back on track here. Okay, excuse me. But, take that lesson for whatever. What does that say to you, Have you been one of those ones commenting on people's things and thinking that and you're just sitting there, I find that the ones that have gone through it the worst, it's like this is my observations. This isn't like across the board, but then what I've seen, my observations throughout the world, it's not related, strangers, whatever alike, I have noticed. Okay, let's use a prime example, like quit smoking. People that quit smoking are even more judgmental of the people who still smoke than people who have never smoked or whatever. People who quit smoking are more judgmental of people that smoke. It's like they've forgotten the struggles that they went through, right? Or, they think that they've gotten through this on their own. They've forgotten the help that they had along the way, right? So again, even if we think we've gone through the same thing, we don't know a person's personal experience of that and how that's affected them. And we're never going to get the truth no matter what they're putting online. People are so many layers to them, okay? Takes us freaking forever just to figure ourselves out. How are you going to figure out somebody else? Take the time to figure out yourself first, okay? That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. Begin within. That's all our responsibility. Begin within. What's that say to you about your life? Not mine. Okay, I'll get through my life. You live yours. Love yous. Love yous all very much. Every one of yous. Everyone that comments, all of it. Love it all. Love it all because, yes, that does help me grow too. But let's keep our peace here. What's mine's are P's and Q's. Okay, peoples? Those mine's are P's and Q's. Okay, and we're going to take this one out the side. Just kind of peek it out there because 2 totems flew out there. And on the bottom, we had the shawl. We're returning home to ourselves and knowing who we are. All right, as I'm getting in there, I'm getting firmer in that because I know who I am. Nobody's going to tell me who I am. Right? I'm all my life telling me who I was. I should have been a boy, right? That's the deception that I even deceived myself. Look at that, right? But we're building. We're building on who we are because it's easier to maintain that, right? It takes less energy to maintain who we are. It takes more to keep on that mask, right? We have to do those deep dives. Again, if something's getting triggered for you, that watching me or whatever that is, deep dives inside, right? That's a victory. Being ourselves in a world constantly trying to make us something else, right? Staying true to ourselves, not getting caught up in things. I had to put down my foot. I had to put down the boundaries. Now I'm going to have to stick with that as well, right? Do what you say you're going to do. Right, so in here we grow. Get the butterfly. We're going through these transformations, but we got to go to goo first. Right? And here's that self-shield, returning to that innocence. We're all innocent little babies here. We're all innocent little babies. All innocent little babies. So we're returning home, and we're using our integrity impeccably. Stop pointing those fingers. Look within. Look within. If things are coming up, you're feeling human emotions from watching these videos or whatever that is for you, look within. Do you need some further therapies yourself? There's nothing wrong with that, like counseling and all that to help with those transformations. Right? But remember, like that butterfly, it needs to go through that little bit of a struggle to strengthen those wings. So is that, we're strengthening our wings now? Right? It's about time to return to that innocence. So that's what I wanted to say too. When it comes to criminals and stuff like that, does that make any sense? Somebody who perpetuates a crime or violence or abuse or whatever, they're all innocent until proven guilty. But yet, the ones that have been abused are doubted until they can prove they were abused. Like, how ass backwards is that in our society? We put more scrutiny and everything on the victims or survivors or the targets of that abuse than we do on the ones perpetuating it. They don't have to take responsibility. They're innocent. It's the onus is on the other one to prove that they did anything. Okay? I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that's like half-ass backwards? Ass backwards? Not even half-ass backwards. That's full-ass backwards. Beautiful beings. I love you all. Okay, appreciate your beings. Every single one of you. Is it true?